Did you know readers start searching on Pinterest for Halloween themed books in August? It is true. Before pumpkin spice lattes even hit the shelves, they're looking for Halloween and fall themed books. And they're looking for Christmas books in September because pinners, y'all, are planners. This is why seasonal pinning is such a powerful strategy for authors. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to time your pins so they align with reader searches and book launches, because timing your pins just right can mean the difference between a pin that absolutely disappears into the void, which we don't want, and one that can actually drive your sales, which we do want. Hi, I'm Melissa Bourbon, the Bourbon in Bourbon and Books. I am a best-selling author, writing instructor, and coach, founder of Writer's Spark Academy, and a book cover designer, a lot of hats. This channel is all about sharing what I have learned throughout my nearly 20 years in the publishing industry, and that includes Marketing Monday and Pinterest marketing videos like this one. If all of this sounds interesting to you, and I hope it does, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's dig in. One of the things that makes Pinterest so different from social media is how people use it. On Instagram, people are reacting to what is happening now. On Facebook, it's the same. On Pinterest, though, readers are planning ahead. So that means that searches for seasonal content spike actually months before the actual holiday. So Christmas, searches start in September. People start looking for and pinning or saving summer beach reads in April. This is so powerful that Pinterest even publishes trend reports that show you exactly when these searches climb. And if you want your pins to show up in these searches, you cannot wait until December to post your Christmas themed mystery. By then it is too late. Pinterest has already decided which pins to push to the top of the feed. Their algorithm has been working, and it's now pushing the pins to the people who are searching for them, and you don't want to miss that boat. It's September, and I've already been pinning my Halloween fall themed books, especially Bobbin for Answers, which is Wednesday Addams themed. They're getting saves, and my sales, you all have already picked up because those pins are circulating at a time when readers are starting to look, and that is key. So how do you use this as an author? Here are a few tips. Think 2 to 3 months ahead. You want to pin Valentine romance pins in December and spooky things in August and Christmas stories in September. So you want to think ahead. You want to make seasonal boards, things like cozy Christmas mysteries or fall book club reads or summer beach books. These give Pinterest and readers an easy way to find your content. And you mix in tropes and vibes. Don't just pin your book cover. Pin quotes and aesthetic images and graphics tied to the season, pumpkins and cozy cocoa mugs and beach chairs and fairy lights. You also want to refresh yearly. Bring your seasonal pins back with new designs. That Christmas mystery that you launched 3 years ago can still sell this December with fresh pins. Next, you want to batch create. If you know your book has a seasonal hook, make those pins now and schedule them to go live ahead of the trend. Y'all, Pinterest rewards early birds. So by pinning seasonally and pinning early, you're planting seeds that grow into visibility and sales exactly when readers are looking. Let's move on to book launches, which I see as mini seasons on Pinterest. Think of your book launch as its own little season, a cycle that deserves the same planning that a holiday or a big cultural event does. So each phase of a launch gives you a different opportunity to pin content that's going to work with the way readers are searching and the way that they save on Pinterest. So let's break it down into 3 phases. First is the pre-launch. That's 2 to 3 months before your book releases. This is your buzz building season. Readers on Pinterest love anticipation and inspiration. So this is when you tease them. That's exactly what I'm starting to do right now with my book, The House of Spells and Secrets, which doesn't release until March. I'm in my pre-launch. So what do you pin? Cover reveal pins, not just necessarily your full cover. Share a blurred image, a cropped teaser, or a coming soon graphic, things like that. Tropes and vibes. Think small town Christmas mystery, witchy sisterhood story, enemies to lovers romance. Whatever it is, readers often search by trope. Aesthetic boards. Create mood boards around your book's theme. Things like cozy cottages, spell books, foggy forests. These are so fun to create. You can also do countdown pins, 30 days until release graphics, or quotes from your book to help build excitement. Now, one tip is to use keywords like coming soon or new book release alongside your genre keywords. This is going to help Pinterest know that this is fresh content. The next phase is your launch window, release month. This is your spotlight moment. This is the season when you want as many eyes as possible on your book. So what do you pin during this month? Well, things like out now pins. Use big, bold text to make it obvious that the book is now available. You can pin freebie tie-ins, lead magnets. If you offer a free prequel or a first chapter, pin that with a very clear call to action. And that leads me to direct calls to action. Read the first chapter free, available now on Kindle Unlimited, pre-order today. Whatever it is, you're telling the pinner, the reader, the person that you're trying to reach what to do. And then launch week graphics. Highlight early reviews, blurbs from other authors, reader reactions, things along those lines. So my tip here is to schedule multiple out now pins in different styles, clean text only, aesthetic backgrounds, cover focused. These are going to hit different reader preferences because we all don't gravitate towards the same thing. We have different modalities, things that appeal to us. The last phase is the evergreen phase, and this is after release, 3 months beyond release. And here's where a lot of authors stop, but you don't have to. After your launch, your book enters its evergreen season. It's no longer brand new, but it can continue to gain readers for months and months and months through Pinterest, even years. So what do you pin during this evergreen, your post-launch phase? Quotes. You want to pull strong, emotional quotes or funny lines from your book and turn them into quote graphics. You want mood boards and character boards. Meet Pippin with aesthetics tied to The Bibliomancer's Daughter, that's my book, or step into Swallow Hall and moody, vibey, haunted house things. That's my House of Spells and Secrets book. So tap into those types of images. Tropes and themes. You want to keep highlighting your tropes since those never expire. Witchy women's fiction and cozy baking mysteries, they're always going to be there. You can review highlights. Turn 5-star review snippets into pins. Readers really do trust social proof, so that's a great thing to share. And then seasonal repins. If your book fits into a season, bring that back every year with fresh pin designs, just like I do with Bobbin for Answers, for example. And my tip here is to change up your pin titles and descriptions to keep them fresh for SEO. So for example, best cozy mysteries for fall 2023, cozy mystery reads for autumn nights 2024. You're wanting to keep things relevant for Pinterest. So make sure that you're using those types of keywords. Treating your launch like a season does 2 really important things. First, it keeps your content timely in Pinterest's algorithm. And second, it ensures that your book stays discoverable long after release day. The launch hype may fade on social media in a week or 2, but on Pinterest, those pins, you guys, are going to keep working for you while you're already deep into writing your next book, which is exactly what we want. Okay, here is an example. So let's look at a cozy Christmas mystery and let's walk through what that might look like. So imagine you've got a cozy Christmas mystery coming out in November. You want to start creating pins in August for this book. So that means cover teasers, tropes like holiday whodunit, or a cozy Christmas mystery. And then in September, you begin posting these pins because As I already mentioned, this is when readers are starting their searches for Christmas books and Christmas themed everything. By October, your pins are already circulating in Pinterest's algorithm. They have tracked them, they have indexed those pins, and now they can start to gain traction. So, this is when you add pins that are going to now lead to your pre orders or to your newsletter magnet. And in November, when your book launches, this is when you add the big out now pins plus reviews and quotes. By the time your readers are getting cozy with their cocoa, your book has already been in front of them for weeks and they are primed and ready to become your readers. All right, let's look at a little step-by-step timing guide. So how do you make this work for your books? Here's my simple seasonal planning guide. You want to plan 2 to 3 months ahead. If your book has a holiday or seasonal hook, start pinning about 8 to 12 weeks before. Give yourself plenty of time. Batch create pins. Make 5 to 10 pins at once. Some for your book, some for the theme or trope, some quote pins, some review pins, etc. Stagger your posting. You do not want to dump all of these at once. So this is when you schedule. Spread these out weekly so that Pinterest can keep seeing fresh content, and this also helps you be consistent with your pinning. Mix your book pins with related seasonal content. So for example, if you have a Christmas cozy, you want to pin things like 10 Christmas mysteries or holiday reads for mystery lovers that you've written in a blog post, but your book is there. This keeps your boards valuable and reader focused. You want to update as you go. So if you get great reviews, turn them into pins. If your pre-order period opens, create pre-order now pins. Think of your pins as little breadcrumbs that are leading your readers straight to your book. The biggest mistake I see authors make with Pinterest is posting too late. They create their holiday pins in December or share launch graphics the week of release, but Pinterest works like planting seeds. You have to give it time to grow. It's like a garden that you've got to cultivate. So you've got to plan your pins now for the sales you want later. Whether that's a holiday book, a summer romance, your next big launch, whatever it is, timing your pins around seasons and then treating your launches like mini seasons will give you long-term visibility. And that, you guys, is going to translate into sales. Okay, I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a seasonal book coming up, or do you have one that could benefit from timed pinning? Drop it in the comments. I would love to use it as an example in a future video. And if you want to learn more about making Pinterest work for you, for your author career, grab my free Pinterest signals checklist in the description below. I have a couple of other freebies for you. Check out my full course, Pinterest Power for Authors, as well. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe to Bourbon and Books, and you guys hit that bell so you don't miss next week's Marketing Monday tip. Until then, happy pinning.
Ain't never needed Poppy's blessing, no.